Okay, so will we see the government talk up the markets or will we see the government act? That's the question. Consensus from experts that we've been speaking to is perhaps the government should hold for now. Now, the UK Magistrates Court will deliver its verdict on extraditing Vijay Mallya to India on the 10th of December. So the verdict is on the 10th of December. Speaking to reporters outside the court, Mallya said that he made an offer for settlement to the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley before leaving India. This statement has triggered a controversy with the Congress and other opposition parties asking the Finance Minister to clarify. Mr. Jaitley has said, and I quote, that Vijay Mallya misused his privilege as an MP and caught up with him in Parliament. He went on to say that he curtly told Mallya to make his offer to bankers. Take a look at Vijay Mallya's statement and the Finance Minister's rebuttal.
Mr. Mallya, did somebody tip you off in Parliament about people going after you, about you being targeted, or the fact that there could be charges against you? Is that the reason that you left the country? That's an allegation that's being made, that you got tipped off. You're allowed to leave the country.
Rahul Gandhi said that, actually,
yes,
at the event.
I left because I had a scheduled meeting in Geneva. I met the Finance Minister before I left, repeated my offer to settle with the banks. That's the truth.
I've seen the statement of Vijay Mallya where he claims to have met me with an offer of settlement. Nothing could be further from truth. I have never given him an appointment, never at my office, never at my residence, nor have I ever offered to meet him. I do remember on one occasion, he misused his privilege as a member of Rajya Sabha. And while I was walking out of the Rajya Sabha to my room, he paced up towards me in the Parliament building and suggested that he was going to make some offer of settlement. I did not even bother to get any detail from him. I curtly told him that he must go and make it to the bankers because I was fully aware that he had been bluffing on several occasions in the past and had no intention of paying back the bankers' money. Besides this one sentence exchanged, where he literally barged on to me while I was walking and tried to make some offer or a suggestion which I refused to entertain. There is no question of my having ever met him, spoken to him. I even did not receive any paper from him at that time. And therefore, to convey an impression that he met me with an offer of settlement, well, if this is what he is referring to, then I'm sure this is factually not correct. He must come out with the complete facts.
I happened to meet Mr. Jaitley in Parliament and I told him that I was leaving for London and that I want to settle with the banks and would he please facilitate discussions. I did not have any formal meeting scheduled with him. I met him often enough in Parliament, in the House and in Central Hall, and I have expressed to him my willingness to settle on many an occasion. And I don't understand what this controversy is all about.
Two things have been said by Mallya. One, that he met, which suggests some kind of a formal structured meeting, and two, that he offered a settlement, which means some kind of a detailed structural offer. I think we need proper disclosures, full inquiries, and the moot question remains, at that time, why was no action taken in view of the knowledge of such situations in terms of allowing him to leave?
Well, this is a fact that all of us had known earlier. Now that it has come out in the open, from the horse's mouth itself, and whatever denials that the government may issue, the fact of the matter is, even the Finance Minister accepts that he said something to that effect. Now, it only confirms the fact that all these people who have looted our public money by taking loans from the banks and absconded from the country, not one of them has happened to leave the country without the knowledge of the government.
Well, the opposition party reacting then.